What is iLobby? What do we do? Well, we have a system that helps you go from being a frustrated voter or small business with a regulatory burden where you have a tough time getting stuff done, and think of it like bringing in a small SWAT team or a government affairs team who has familiarity with how you go through the stages of dealing with issues. We then have it's sort of a self-assessment, but it's a series of scorecards where you look at yourself and see if you're in the right place to be able to get something done that you really want to get done. And you can grade yourself on that. From there, you actually then can take your issue, and we help you with this. We look at your issue and decide, we run it through a scorecard and we decide, does your issue have the things that it needs to attract a population and attract interest and move to the next level? Once that happens, then you put your issue up for a debate where either you can open it up to the public or you can keep it internal within your company or your trade association, and people can vote on it. And the good thing here is I've talked about dissent in the past, but the idea that you have a little bit of conflict or someone saying, hey, I don't like that part of it, or here's a better argument, or here's how you could support your particular issue with better facts, that's actually helpful because you come away with a more balanced, probably a better argument, and you might end up coming up with things that you didn't even think of in the past that you would have just done on your own, saying, look, we want to get this and this and this and this, but you're not thinking about the other side. So you want to be careful about that. And so the purpose of the debate is to allow that dialogue to come forward. Even if somebody refutes you or they disagree with you or they disagree with certain points, the purpose, of course, is to share it so that you do get better quality thinking by using the wisdom of the crowd. And that's really the advantage. Once that's done and people have bought in, then they, by all means, can support you either with financial or resources or connections or whatever it might take. But you also realize that you're ending up with lots of people from around the country in different districts, and they need to be constituents who might be constituents of the particular lawmaker whose district you need to talk to anyway. In other words, we're matching you up from the constituent level to the issue, to the committee, and then on through this alignment, and then ultimately finding and matching you with a lobbying firm who will actually do the work on the back end, assuming that you want to go down that path. Again, you can do this on your own. And the reason we do this, we put it into a very simple system, walk you through it, and the reason we do it is because it takes away from you all the burden of trying to figure out who to contact, where are they, how do I reach them, how do I write to them, and you are just a single individual or a single company advocating for your particular idea or belief. If you open it up and you find the people who share it like you do, and you create this alignment, then you've actually begun to create critical mass. So the three things we talk about are message, mass, and money. You get clear on your message, you know what you want to get done, you know how you're going to get it done, and then we walk you through that process. Then the mass is getting the critical mass, getting enough people who agree with you, and even some who might refute what you're trying to get done, and coming together and building that mass of people, which has to happen anyway. And then the ultimate part is you need to put some money into the game. You need to do what the large companies do, where they have the time, the resources, the energy, the effort, and they hire professionals to help them through that last piece where you have people who are in the state capitals every single day. They're in Washington every single day. They're working with the lawmakers. They know who to approach. They know what the calendar is. All of that, otherwise, you have to figure it out on your own. And that is an incredibly difficult task. And that's what causes so many of us to not even begin in the first place. It just gets so overwhelming. And then you wonder why there's a 97% attrition rate for initiatives and bills that go forward and nothing gets done. That's why. The question here is, can you take the process that normally happens where you want to change a law or where you want to introduce new legislation, or you want to stop something from happening? And can you accelerate that? Can you accelerate it from 3 years to 3 months, from 2 years to 2 weeks? And in the case where all these elements come together, it is possible. But you have to be very clear. We know Congress and we know the state capitals, we know City Hall can move quickly if they need to and if there's enough public pressure, but often there isn't because not enough people come together, not enough people are familiar with the issue, and obviously they haven't got a way to come together to make that work. So that's the point of doing it this way, with the system where we guide you, take you through. Think of it like a Sherpa going up Mount Everest. You wouldn't go do the climb on your own. You need tools, training. You need the network, the relationships with the people who are doing it. And then obviously you need the resources to be able to continue to do that journey. Well, it's the same thing here. Or climbing Mount Everest, you need tools, training, relationships, networks, and funding. All that has to come together. It sounds complicated in the beginning, but once you just start walking through it, and if you have something that you believe in and you want to get done, I think you'll find this is a more streamlined approach than just doing it on your own, hit and miss, trial and error, hoping something will work. So hopefully that gives you a quick overview of what we're doing and why we want to help. We think that it's important for people to have a voice and to do it in a proper manner and to be able to get heard, get their voice out there, and have a sustained conversation with their lawmakers in order to make things happen. Okay? So feel free to leave comments. Love to hear back from you. Thanks so much for watching.